sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Kiki QT now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second and a couple, Carr. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, now Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Four yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Sliding out of the pocket. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught. Touchdown 49ers. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Now the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Going to try and throw on third down here. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down, 49ers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, What do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you just...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Then you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw again on second down. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Carr. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Give him 18 on the play. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And trying to get it to Woods, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On play action, it's Carr. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. 2nd and 5. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Shotgun now for Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Lance now on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. On 1st down, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Offense set to get this drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, we're good. 1. Chips up here. Let's overload. 6-18.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
45-yard attempt.
Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
A final shot before half for Lance. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter of what's been a tight contest so far. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
Now Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. The bullet throw, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot. On
1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
Brings up second and 1.
Now Carr. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. 6:37.
Carr going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Lance going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, 49ers.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And this is caught. Touchdown. George Kittle with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now a play fake. Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Raiders 22.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Single, slot, 29. Over there, you're on the 90.
Shotgun now for Carr. A check down here to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Carr. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Carr. Being chased out left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Check. Fresno. 93. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight. Raider 1. Breathe, defense. Mike 5-4.
Here's Carr.
Escape situation. Let's go.
Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. Touchdown, Raiders. Scotty Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack by Jordan Willis. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing his car. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr able to find Jones, and he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final try now for Carr. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.